Hello, friends. My name's David, and I have a special one-shot edition of This American Dice for you. We're playing Masks: The New Generation, one of my favorite games of all time. It deals with teenagers with superpowers. It's pretty great. So for this one, we did a kind of a reimagining of the original X-Men, sort of a Marvel Cinematic Universe style situation, where we got the 5 originals on a team, just starting out. Teenage hormones, everything's crazy. So as far as players go, we have Katie playing Angel, Austin as Beast, Branden playing team leader Cyclops, and Andrew being Iceman. And like I said, I'm the GM of this one. This is part 1 of 3 of our session. Hope you survived the experience.
Superhero when you're out late at night, stopping all the robbers from taking. Is that girl all alone with her little heart breaking? Superhero, you ain't no superhero. You're a dummy and a zero. But your first date was on our wedding day.
I'm going to try and do this as a tutorial thing and not that you don't have to look at the whole thing right away. But the thing you should read is the box in the front if you haven't already. And
mine's a senior citizen?
no, a senior, since they're all teenagers, I had their ages there, and then I had an epiphany of like, oh, I'll just put their like high school year, basically. Give you an impression of how old they are. It could be college, we don't know.
Not like 85.
So mine's 20
sure?
because...
You don't know.
Could be.
Could be.
AARP. But yeah, I'm going to try to explain this as if you guys never played, even though I know all of you have played. So that's their age. Their abilities are what you can use just in the fiction of like their superpowers kind of situation. Then the demeanor is kind of just how their personality is. And I tried to go with a few positive and at least one negative for everybody.
What does hottie mean?
Kind of like egotistical.
I'm so fancy.
Yeah, you're above everybody else.
Like, oh, I'm a senior.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I think you are the oldest too.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then since this is a reboot, you don't really have to know anything except for these relationships in here.
Oh,
That's probably the other thing you should look at.
yeah.
And then, yeah, you don't have to look at any of the moves yet either. Except maybe the basic moves. But probably not even those.
I feel like most of these basic moves are pretty.
Yeah, the basic moves are exactly the same.
Yeah. So what did you change? Change the. What did you change from like the normal game?
Well, I took out the moment of truth for one. I changed
Makes
the
sense.
moves around. Like, you probably don't have all the moves that you normally would. And a few of these are just 2 playbooks that kind of average together. Like, I think Cyclops is the soldier in the Legacy, I want to say. For instance, like, Soldier is a new one, and that one, the Star, is a new one, which is what Angel is. Iceman, I think, is the Beacon, and a different one. And
It says beacon, I don't know what the other could be.
Yeah, he went with the one that was like the most. Like, I think Cyclops is soldier specifically. But yeah, anyway, you pretty much just have to know the relationship so far. That's kind of what was going on. But don't pick your moves yet, theoretically, and you don't have to do the label thing yet either.
Okay.
But what we should do is ask some questions. So, this is the reboot of the X-Men, right? So, normally it started in the 60s, but now it's
X-Teens.
2018. And
Teensx.com.
don't go there.
I think that's not true. That's exactly right.
Someone's at the door. It's a police officer.
So, they're all 18.
Let's go with them.
Weird.
Weird. We're all 18, but that 18-year-old's just a little bit older.
fact that I'm a freshman in high school just
see what I'm
means
saying?
I got held back a few times.
Yeah, we're all just a little.
I see what you mean.
Wait, is
No, I was a joke.
Yes.
You're possibly 18, but who knows? But,
If the police come, we're all in.
yeah, that's the important part.
or 21?
Or 65.
Yeah, he gives a shit.
Definitely way serious.
So theoretically, all the Marvel Universe kind of happened recently too. So there might be like the Fantastic Four and the Avengers and stuff, but mutants are kind of a new thing.
Cool.
And in fact, when you first came together, much like X-Men #1, you had to fight your mentor, Professor X's biggest rival and old friend, Magneto.
The master of magnetism?
The very same.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad we defeated his magnet car.
What? We had to stop him from blowing up a city, right? He had a bomb. He went to an army base and was going to take the bomb.
You were thinking of which sideshow Bob did. In one episode.
Kind of did his voice.
That's what I'm going for.
He used bits of metal to write in the sky that people need to surrender to him. And he signed it Magneto with this sky writing. I saw a picture recently.
I don't know where you're going with this.
No, I'm just reminiscing about our fight with Magneto.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty big flourish.
Okay.
Yeah, we have cell phones. It's 2018. I'm going to show me a picture of this sign in the air.
So who wants to be Jean Grey for this question? Because I have 5 questions.
Sure.
I'm not sure. So, in that fight with Magneto, you destroyed surroundings in the fight. But what was it? What did you destroy? Like, where was it?
Is what, telekinesis somewhere else? What is
Yeah,
that?
basically that. Telepathy.
Yeah.
But you don't have to answer as... She's theoretically in there, but
Yeah.
you can just answer as Branden.
So what did she destroy? She like wrecked an almost empty train and like threw it at Magneto.
Oh, man. So was it like in a train yard or something?
Yeah.
When you say almost empty,
There were 3 hobos living in there,
Yeah.
but
It was
nobody claimed 2 of them, so.
almost empty train. No deaths.
Wow. So there were no deaths?
No deaths. Like somebody got hurt. Like
No deaths, but
But
some...
they were hobos, so they don't matter that much.
Jesus.
But some injuries, at least.
Yeah.
But he broke my bindle.
And they have like real food.
Just have bread. That's all I need. Just the realist
That's all she can offer. And just bread.
and butter, I guess. I'm generous.
Cyclops. Which one did you guys... Is that you?
Possibly.
Yeah. What was he actually after? What was Magneto's goal that you've ended up foiling apparently?
Oh, well, we didn't foil anything. He was
Is
the
that
one running the foil.
magnetic?
No, it's not.
Iron foil.
I don't know. I actually don't have any.
If they do another one
Well,
with
it's
Magneto,
fine.
do you think Anna Faris would play a character that worked with him?
It should be Polaris. Lady Magneto.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can just make it up. You remember how this works, right?
No, I remember how this works. I just like literally don't know like what Magneto would do like ever.
Well, this is the reboot, so it can be. You can even. You wanted concert tickets to Hannibal? I don't care. It doesn't have to be the same Magneto. You know. It was theoretically this was your first mission.
Yeah. So he was trying to get. There was like a couple mutants being held by the police because they had caused like a huge disturbance in town. He was trying to get the city to like give them up as like hostages, almost is how he was treating it.
Oh, I love it. So he's kind of holding the train yard hostage, sort of.
Yeah, pretty much like because the train yard is the heart of the city. If they can't have the trains flow, the city will die.
The trains must flow.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Jesus, Mike, you know.
So did they free them or?
I'm not sure. Did we? That's a question. Did we succeed or not? Because if we succeeded, they wouldn't have had to free them.
Well, theoretically, you're still around. And Magneto's in prison or somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
Oh, so they still have him.
Yep, still in jail.
Now they're treated extra poorly because that one hobo was claimed by a guard.
What?
Andrew, what were those two mutants?
I mean, the hobos.
These are little cameos.
What were they?
Yeah, who were they? What from the books?
Oh,
Who would work with Magneto? Magneto wanted them to be freed.
I guess.
random.
Oh, okay.
And Tandem.
That's a good sidekick. They ride a
Random
tandem bike.
and feral.
Okay, interesting.
Those are
Love it.
adjectives.
Those are adjectives.
Encroaching a little bit on beast territory, but
You're
sure,
learning how to
feral.
name X-Men.
Cool. So they're random feral, still locked up and clink.
It's Ronan Farrow, but close. He's a journalist. And Woody Allen's son, possibly?
This was questioning.
I know he's Mia Farrow's son. Is he Woody Allen's son?
I just like this picture of Magneto walking through the soldiers, and he's just like dancing or something. And they're all just flying around over his shoulders.
He's gotten us.
They shouldn't have battle around him.
They should not have. They didn't think of it.
What's the plan?
Damn
Well,
well,
it's because
buckles
this
and
is
buttons.
X-Men #1. How could they have known?
Yeah, nobody
Alright.
knew. Nobody knew what Magneto would do.
Yeah. So Angel
That's
totally broke some major rules, like your professor's rules, basically.
oh, definitely.
Pretty publicly too. What rules did you break that the professor distinctly told you not to do?
I went in solo because I wanted all the attention
Makes sense,
to
makes
hold
sense,
the fight.
makes sense.
Didn't work as a team?
No, I did not work as a team. I went in first.
It's very haughty of you.
The haughtiest.
How'd that
Say
end
it
up?
was also the naughtiest.
Oh, I should change that to naughty. How'd that go for you? Did they have to save you, or did you
Yeah,
hold your own?
pretty badly broken, but
Oh yeah.
I'm getting back to
She doesn't have any wings anymore.
Oh,
My God.
Jesus, what a wreck. What a new reboot. Angel doesn't have wings.
Iceman. All things considered, you did well and impressed an established hero. Who was it? It's one of the, I guess, the early Marvel characters. If you can think of any.
Superman. Batman's?
The one.
How about the Hulk?
Okay, interesting.
You cold.
I used some ice to like smash something, and he was about to smash it.
And he was
So he's
like,
like, "Oh,
Oh, so the Hulk was on the scene?
I guess so.
Wow.
I'm not gonna retcon myself."
I already
And he
said
was
it's
like,
too late.
"Iceman, smash!" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, and Iceman's kind of like the fanboy sort of. Was excited or scared to see the Hulk? How'd that go?
Definitely excited. Maybe this army, or where we were at a train yard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay.
Be terrified.
It's during a gritty 70s reboot, which they talk about like the Hulk like coming back from Vietnam and having like destroyed a whole village.
I distinctly said this wasn't a gritty reboot.
Oh, okay. Sorry, never mind.
Maybe we just only the reader knows that Bruce Banner was on the train.
Dad. Correct this whole time.
I love it.
He was one of the hobos?
Oh yeah, he was, because remember he's always walking back and hitchhiking at the end of every episode? He was one of the hobos. And they couldn't find him. We talked about how they couldn't find some of those hobos. But there was that one guy.
So did Hulk help you get rid of or capture Magneto, or did you guys pretty much do it yourselves, do you think?
No, he was a hindrance.
Oh, okay.
When Jean Grey threw the train car, that's when like the Hulk appeared right after that, and the X-Men had to fight the Hulk.
Oh my god. What a first mission.
But it was only for a second, because then I like smashed something,
And he got real.
and he was like, Iceman smash, and then then Magneto showed up and threw like metal, and then Hulk's attention shifted to Magneto, but he got taken out because Magneto bound him in metal, and Hulk couldn't break out because it was an X-Men book.
Yeah, that does.
Makes sense.
And at the end, only the reader knows that he reverted back to Bruce Banner and just kind of crept away. X-Men just found like the giant metal bindings empty, because they were like Hulk-sized bindings.
Makes sense.
And if we fill it with like a material, we'll have an exact statue of the Hulk when we pull away the metal casing.
Sure.
We have to do it for science.
We have
Actually,
to for
just
science.
like an inverted statue at this point. You could
Yeah,
fill
it's a
it.
mold.
It's a master mold.
I was gonna make that joke and I was like, no one's gonna get that. Thank God.
I'm the sentinel for bad jokes.
Finally, Beast.
Yes.
Subscription.
We're just gonna do free
I doubled up on
Yep.
the bad joke.
I'm going to do more specifically Sideshow Bob, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We drew unwanted attention and ire from Plenty during the fight. One important person in particular now hates and fears you. Who is it? Or the team in general, or you? Yep.
Ooh, is there like a J. Jonah Jameson of the Marvel world?
Yeah, his name is J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah. He's like, I hate Spider-Man, and also, these kids, hate them. Give me more pictures. Parker, get in there.
Oh, so the Daily Planet, or no, is that it?
Whichever one it is.
Beagle.
I thought J. Jonah Jameson wasn't in this world.
Yeah, he kind of did like an expose on like the Mutant Menace or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
like, these freaks. Give me more pictures. Another cigar. All right, you're fired. Get back in here. Kiss me. Get out of here.
Yeah. She went to Jameson, Jesus.
Now the guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson is Commissioner Gordon.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
The dude who played J. Jonah Jameson in all the
Is it
Tobey
J.
Maguire
Jonah
movies.
Simmons or something?
Yeah, now he's Commissioner Gordon.
That's great.
Get him more Batman.
That's all the beginning questions.
Well, we did it. We got through it.
So, yeah, you guys read all your relationships to each other?
Well, yep, I did it.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
I did.
I'm trying to think of a headline that he has.
Mutant Menace.
Mutant Menace?
Yeah, that's probably the best one. I figured we'll call someday.
So yeah, take a second to read your relationships real fast. You don't have to tell other people them, because they might be secret. If Jean Grey were here, there would be no secret, so you guys are lucky.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to read them to one another.
You can if you want, yeah.
Oh.
It's up to you. Just at least have maybe like read one or two that you think is most prominent so we have an idea of what's going on.
Iceman comforted me when I was at my lowest.
Lowest in temperature?
It was real cold in there, man.
Well, Iceman happens to think Beast is awesome, and I take every chance I get to hang out with him. Whereas Cyclops kind of needs to lighten up a little bit and just see the fun of being a superhero.
Angel's a loose cannon.
Well, I hate all of
You're
this.
probably not fit for your missions,
Wow.
and you desperately need to like have training because you just have talent and nothing to use it for.
Now, I don't understand why people don't like Cyclops.
You're a pretty good Cyclops, because you were allowed to keep that to yourself. And you instead chose to just lecture everybody.
Any of the Angel wants to share?
Yeah, you could be my sidekick if you want.
Yes.
Great.
God.
That's all I wanted to share.
Awesome. That's off to a good start.
Okay, and then the last question I want to know is, Angel, how do you feel about Professor X, this mentor that brought you all together? You're in. I don't know how much you know about X-Men, but they're in his big mansion.
He's bald.
It's kind of like a boarding school sort of thing that you guys, I think maybe you've gone on a few missions at this point, but the big one, the first one was Magneto, and then you've had, I think, the Vanisher and Blob probably. Blob Prob.
Gene's dealing with the Vanisher right now.
Explains everything.
Have we gone to Krakoa?
No, that's much later.
It's not a living island, but we don't know that, so don't bring it up.
It's out there looking for you. But how do you feel about Professor X? He theoretically recruited everyone. He's the most gifted telepath in the world.
I don't want to be considered one of his, like, under things. I want to be my own thing.
Yeah, you're about to graduate, right?
Yeah, I want to be known as my own. Like, I want to be Angel. That's it, not Angel. Professor X's
X-Men.
little thing. Yeah.
Angel, Defender, Champion. Not just an X-Man.
I see what you did. And so, built into your character, you kind of have like an internet audience. What's that about? Is it like Twitter? Do you have a Twitch? Like, what's going on? Do you like have a sweet blog or what?
What? This is the new age of masks, kids.
Yeah, so
Can it be by me, but secretively by me?
well, it's theoretically your superhero persona, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're kind of mildly famous.
Oh.
Like, at least internet famous. Like, adults don't understand. It's like, oh, yeah. Go in your fun game gear.
Because how I want it to be is like a column that I write online about like,
like a
bragging
blog.
about myself and like, oh yeah, the team, but mostly Angel did this stuff.
Yeah, that fits perfectly with that playbook. So yeah, you have like a sweet blog. What's the blog called?
Angelfire.com.
Good.
That's pretty good.
Angel X.
No, it's Angel's X's. No.
Avenging Angel.
Prove your Worthington.
Yeah, I like that one.
Angel Fan Club.
A Worthington's original.
I'm warning you. Warning.
Facebook. Wait.
Just Facebook.
Don't let these puns draw you in.
Ah,
Go with your heart.
Mark Zuckerberg.
That's bad.
Can I think about it for a minute or two?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
God,
But
this question
at least you have a blog.
come up with my blog name.
Got like a fan base and everything. And I mean, all your fan base, you're the best X-Men by far. Duh. Easy. What about Iceman? How do you feel about Professor?
He's cool. He's a little stiff, but he's cool for like a really old guy.
Mm-hmm.
He gives a lot of homework, but at least I don't have to get beat up in my neighborhood anymore.
Wait, do we go to school and?
Yeah, it's like a boarding school. So you
Yeah.
live there
Oh, okay.
too. It's like a big mansion.
It is our school.
School
If
for
I were to
gifted
go
youngsters.
away,
Nope.
Do what's
You
going
can
on?
kind of fold them up, but that's it.
Wear a trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
Like gargoyles.
Yeah. I thought this wasn't the great reboot. That's where trench coats belong.
You know what? Throws up all this X-Men stuff. Let's do the gargoyles masks.
I'll definitely say that next.
That'd be great.
I'll be Desdemona.
So, Cyclops, how do you feel? You're kind of the teacher's pet, but how do you actually feel about it? Deep down.
I mean, he's pretty good. And he's a good like baseline to work off of on what we ought to be doing, and he has a lot of experience. But there's always room for improvement.
Oh, even in him?
Yeah. Everybody.
Makes sense to me. And finally, Beast. How do you... Especially with all these unstable mutations going on.
Professor Charles Xavier. Perhaps one of the greatest minds of our times. Not only an amazing academian in the fields
Academian nut.
yes.
Okay.
His trip to Hawaii made him more even tan and delicious. Well, yes, he's renowned in the fields of both psychology as well as whatever other weird field it took to make that the space plane that he made also, and Cerebro. Yes. Indeed. A man of many talents. This is a fine institution indeed. And then he just keeps reading a book.
And Rand.
Yeah. It's a real, very right-wing beast that you're going to encounter.
No.
Oh, great.
It's called thefightingchance.net.
Oh, I love it.
That's pretty
That's a
good.
good one.
Yeah, because I saw flight and I thought it said fight.
Pretty sure Warren Worthington III could afford a .com.
Yeah.
At least it's not .info, alright? At least it's a step up, man.
Yeah, well, maybe not, because so part of the the situation going on is kind of everyone, I think, except for Jean Grey, your parents pretty much disowned you, except for Cyclops' parents, who basically died.
Okay.
Cool.
As you know.
Orphan, don't have to get disowned.
It's a pretty good trade-off. There you go.
Yeah, so for better or worse, kind of the professor, no matter what you think of him, is sort of your legal guardian in this situation. Yeah, you can call him Papa. Papa X. Don't do that.
Papa X. Look at Papa
Yeah, I will
X.
call it Pops.
That's your other blog.
Slightly disrespectful.
Papa X.
Papa X. Nope, hate it.
Please no.
But you now see him well above you, like 3 or 4 stories up, from this little control center. He's like almost like a
Don't jump.
like an air traffic control kind of center, looking down through a window. It's kind of like this little room peeking out the ceiling, sort of. And you guys are on the floor of the danger room. All 5 of you, Gene's here,
Oh. I kind of heard to make.
to test your might. He kind of has this little microphone, even though he's a telepath, he can just talk in your head, but that's fine. He says, my X-Men, I'm so glad that you're all here and assembled.
That's a little creepy.
This is the project that I've been working on. It's something to test your skills before we go out into the field, and where true danger could befall you, just as we've seen so many times. I call this the danger room, just simulated danger. As you can see, and then you see him kind of like pressing a button from way up there, and this little like buzzsaw comes out of the wall.
Oh, yes.
That's way better than the secret room sign that I saw outside the door.
I believe this should test both our critical thinking, our reflexes, and our tactile abilities.
Well said, Beast. And I
Can I
think,
get my hair done with a stylist?
and now I believe it's time to test it out, as it tests your very skills. Prepare yourselves, X-Men, for your first danger room scenario.
I hope this place can handle some cold.
Yeah, and then just, I think the windows kind of, like transition lenses kind of just turn black. You can't even see what he's looking at this point.
Oh, jeez.
This room kind of Saw, like the movie Saw, like just like starts transforming into weird things. And let's see, what would happen first? Like a giant pit opens up,
Oh, I think
just like right under Cyclops.
Oh,
Well,
Well, I can fly, so I'm good.
I gotta.
Didn't see that
Oh.
coming. Check your depth perception.
Yeah,
I roll out of the way, but I don't roll far enough. I go right into it.
I think I'm gonna. I think I'll try to, if I can, help him out.
yeah, absolutely.
So whatever he's doing, I think I'm gonna try to help him out. And I think that if he's like jumping out of the way,
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump like
So you're just
out of the way.
gonna try to like grab him out of the air.
essentially like as he jumps, like kind of like
Tackle.
assist, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
with that, because Beast can like go grab on with his feet, like ape style.
Oh no, I forgot to bring my little tokens for team pool.
Here you go.
There we go. Well,
You have to drink more beer to get us better. Good.
Drink
I
up.
have a ton of dice over there. That can be a team pool.
oh yeah, I should get that anyway.
There we go. No, my precious.
Water.
There you go.
Ooh, so we got a water team pool.
That's because
So,
so many
I
people.
believe that you are defending the Cyclops in that situation. So, Beast, if you could roll Savior real fast.
Okay, so I gotta pick my stuff, right?
Nope, it should be like the slightly different colored one.
Yeah,
Do I
we got
add-
+1.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not until
okay.
you've defeated the Danger Room.
How cute.
Well, I knocked it out of the... fuck. Oh, I got a 9.
Damn.
Still good. Just...
No, you're safe.
Oh, Savior. Oh, sorry, I thought you said Superior. Yeah, so 10. Nailed it. To defend... Oh, I just do it.
Very good. So yeah, he knocked you out of the way of this opening pit underneath you. It's kind of like a big like chasm kind of opens up.
In the middle of the room? Like splitting the room in half?
Yeah.
Okay. So are we all on one side or?
Oh, and I choose 1.
Oh yeah. Great.
I don't
Take
know
another
what my
team to the pool.
powers are like.
Yeah. And actually, I think now that we're going into battle, let's see what's going on with this team mechanics. So we started with 1, and you just got another one added to it, thanks to Beast over here. But you're entering battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Ooh, add 2. We're gonna run out.
We only have a 5 rings, according to the legend.
All right. So who is the leader? Is it Cyclops, or do you think someone else proclaims themselves the leader?
I mean, it's got to be Cyclops. That's what the professor said.
That's probably the case.
I'm gonna disagree with that. Because I feel like first to go in is the captain. I'm just.
Alright, so maybe we're not of the same mind on that one.
Love it.
Let's get an angel.
Oh, I should have got who has.
Give me your
influence
gun
over
and your
people.
badge.
Make a note. I should do influence before I start the danger rooms.
That's important, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. I might take a break after this. I mean, a break in the narrative to do that. But all right, so no clear team leader. I think I'm gonna let that slide. Let me see how this works. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add a team.
Get out alive to be able to fight the next battle.
Yeah, that one seems like.
Sure.
Yeah, it just seems like normal.
Um,
No. I could see people having different reasons for that. Because somebody could have the reason specifically to impress the professor as compared to just
okay with
surviving.
that.
Yeah. And I think Beast might want to just like test this room.
Sure.
More so than like
There's
with the
totally
assumption that
different
like
reasons
we'll
for
survive it.
surviving.
The professor will just turn it off if need be.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm not adding one then. Yeah.
Can't run out of.
Yeah, well, this next question makes me think that we have to have a leader. If any team member mistrusts the leader of the team, remove a team. So I guess we could
It's-
just vote on it. I think since you two were both saying
It's
Cyclops.
generally, I'm pretty sure it's like whoever gets the most votes, but like, it's still, you don't get like extra points for it or something, right? Is how we were doing it? Because you're not all just of the same mind or some shit.
Yeah, well, this one is if anyone mistrusts the leader of the team, remove a team.
Okay,
So
that's what it was.
in that case, do you think that applies to Angel? Doesn't trust Cyclops as the leader?
No, yeah, I don't trust him.
Harsh.
Uh-oh.
Harsh in jail.
All right, now, the last one is if you're ill prepared or off balance, remove a team. And I think this is pretty surprising, but I think I could be bullshit into letting you keep that. Do you guys think you'd be prepared for this?
I have perfect balance, so.
I think if any of us, I don't think Hank would be. I think Hank would have been involved in building this.
That makes sense.
Did he tell the rest of the team about it?
Ill prepared?
Beast-
No, if the professor wanted it to be a surprise, he wouldn't have told anybody.
Okay. So do you think you guys are ill prepared or what?
I'm ill prepared.
That's okay.
All right.
All right, but let me go back to the first one. Before that, let's do influence real fast. I need to make a note to do that. I think that should be at the bottom of the left column, and you get to make some choices on this. I think.
This relationships versus
Let's start with.
influence, man.
Well, we start with Beast. I keep starting with Angel.
All right. So I'm going to give influence to. Give influence to one teammate. I'm going to give it to Cyclops.
Okay, and then sign those things on the back, and then or in the front, wherever, and give it over.
Those are so much better than the ones you gave me. I can like read the text.
Yeah, many of them you can.
Yeah, I can tell.
Those are my
No, I've
myself.
got 2 fun ones too.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess me next.
Yeah, what it's like.
Man, this is like super. Relationships is going one way, and this is like, not really. Probably Iceman. So Iceman for one, because he.
So read the whole thing out too.
So
Should've
respect
made
is earned,
Beast next
soldier.
time.
Tell 2 of your teammates what they did during your esteem and give them influence. Everyone else will have to match their efforts. So Iceman almost always performs admirably in like fights and combat, and he carries himself well, even though sometimes he just fumbles because he's inexperienced.
So yeah, just write your name on one of those
That's one.
and hand it over.
And then the second one is going to be Beast. Because, I've always been able to rely on Beast, and I don't think that his change will, change that too much.
Cool. So yeah, sign those and hand them out. And
Well, Iceman is just really excited to be here. Here's one for you, one for you, and one for you.
Oh, beautiful.
I guess I'll write Iceman. Oh, you wrote it on the bottom.
Did.
and finally, Angel. What was your say?
Choose how you see the team as a means to an end or as something worthwhile on its own. I'm sorry. I see it as worthwhile because at least I'm getting practice right now. So it says give it to 3.
Oh, to everyone.
But can I not give it to him? Can I give it to Jean Grey?
Is she a player?
Sure.
What?
Ha!
No.
It's 3 teammates. Jean Grey is part of the team still.
She got you on a
Tricky.
technicality.
Bullshit, baby.
Oh yeah, I have a relationship with Jean Grey that I was like, oh, I should definitely give this to her. But
Yeah, I would have given it to Jean Grey instead of Iceman, sorry.
Oh.
No harsh feelings. But it's
only got
definitely
to give
Beast number 1. Or Jean Grey number 1, Beast number 2, Iceman number 3. I only had 2 to give.
Can you write Angel on it?
Oh, she wrote on the back.
we all wrote it in interesting spots.
I'm probably going to throw these out afterwards, so you
All right.
can rewrite them if they're confusing you. All right, so now that that's out of the way, going back to the present, does the team leader Cyclops have influence over all the teammates?
God, because some technicality.
Oh, wait, so you would have had it if she did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tricky. So, yeah, you're just at 2.
Is Jean's not with us right now?
I'm not going to count her as
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't
She
exist.
is here, yeah.
She's technically here, so.
And yeah, I'll just do it like we did back in the day when it's NPCs on your team. You can use team through the NPCs if you want.
Yeah.
Make them do something.
All right.
All right.
Well, I want to cover up that hole with ice so that it's not a peril as we
it
continue
melt?
on
Amazing. That sounds great.
through the battle.
I like it.
Yeah, so I think with that you're trying to change the environment, which would be a unleash your powers, which is a free roll.
Oh my god.
Right.
You're lucky the drinks are empty at this point.
I'm not a very good freak, huh?
I didn't bring think my eye sees.
5.
Oof.
Ooh, that's good and bad news. You do get a potential, which I believe is on the back.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
But as
That was the extent of the good news.
Yeah.
yes.
The good news is there's only 2 pieces of bad news. First piece of bad news.
So what's going on here is kind of on a miss, and I'm explaining this like you've never played it. I get to kind of sort of take control and tell you what happens for a second. So as Bobby, Iceman over here, is trying to ice up this gap in the middle that just happened in the floor, he's so focused that this little cannon kind of thing comes out on like a metal arm and just kind of looks around, and it kind of shoots at everyone, and everyone dodges away, but Iceman does not see it. And I get to give you a condition.
Oh, poor Bobby. Bobby's your name?
Yeah. That's Iceman's name.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Wow.
So-
That's Robert Drake to you.
Damn.
That's so much better. Why would you not go by that?
You can call me Robert if you want.
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna use this. So, yeah, I'll be really mean to you since it's the first.
I like to
miss.
imagine this little cannon is like a really tiny one.
Oh no, it's
Like a
it's
little like
big.
pea shooter boy, and it just like hits him like right in the noggin. Just like,
Probably zaps like a laser at him.
Yeah,
It's a sandbag.
That's pretty much what it is. And,
yeah, it's a little sandbag.
not a sandbag, but lasers coming out of you.
Oh, that's much worse.
Yeah, I guess I should specify that. It's not
I
like
thought it was
a,
adorable. Like a
not
little
like
cannon comes
AK-47.
out, and I'm like a little tiny cannon, like one of those little like desk cannons.
A
like a
desk
printer.
cannon?
No, I mean, they make little tiny desk
That's a good
cannons that
one.
you can they'll like shoot through like a bottle of Coke, like a
Can of
Coke.
beans.
Well, no, not this.
A little robot popped out and flicked a paper football.
That's amazing. It's great. I love it. I thought we said not a great reboot.
The Professor and Beast worked for months just to get the direction.
I changed my mind about being mean to you. I'm just going to give you a condition, and you can pick it.
Oh, I pick it. Well,
Yeah,
that's
so you kind of
extra not mean.
Okay, that's super unmean.
yeah. So you get blasted kind of onto the ground. Smoke's coming up, laser smoke. You're fine, but
So it did,
you do get a condition.
Yeah, I'm afraid now.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Like, I thought,
It's a laser.
okay, I
not
can
a-
handle this. I'll just cover that up. I'm super competent. And then, I don't know what to expect anymore from this thing. I'm just going to get wiped out by this danger room.
it did 5
So
thousand
dangerous.
bucks.
Yeah, so everyone else kind of missed it.
I would
but,
like to take that out.
oh, well, hold on just a second.
Okay.
But absolutely,
My horses.
you're on stack. So to refresh everyone and also to practice explaining these rules is, so there's no hit points or anything in this. It's since you guys are superheroes and superheroes would only die in like the 50th issue or something. So you're probably going to survive all this, but especially being teenagers, your emotions are way more important. So when each one of those little conditions will make rolling certain moves harder. And also when you're asked to roll the 6th one, so when you're told to get rid of or mark a condition and you can't, then you're out of the battle until someone helps you either run away or you're knocked out or teleported to the Shi'ar Empire.
By the Banisher.
Mm-hmm. Has everyone seen Deadpool? Can I do spoilers for that?
I'm sure that.
My
Brad
favorite character is the Varnisher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also good.
Deal with my fumes. He
But
says.
so this cannon is there.
Says not to
There's some
vent
melty
up
ice on the
space.
floor now.
I would do like a flying kick.
Okay, so a literal flying kick you're taking to the air.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's probably like engaging a threat directly.
Well, yeah. How are you doing? Just like you're just trying to kind of like coming out of the wall, and you just want to like kick it so it just kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I mean, the only other option I see is like sticking too many feathers in it.
Too many feathers.
Tickling
No,
it.
I'm fine with that. So that would be a danger roll for
Stuff
you.
in the barrel full of feathers that we can't shoot.
Oh no. Is that 4?
pretty bad.
So 3.
Alright, that did not quite get there.
It's a good
Did I
thing
slip on his
we've
ice?
got this room to practice.
Yeah, it's right. We're doing
So no,
good.
so this is what happens to you.
Flip right into something.
Hope Magneto's not watching us now.
Really? These kids? That's Magneto's voice now.
No, I think you kind of do a dive bomb sort of leg first, or first, I guess, into this to try and kick it, like a flying kick, you know? And it just moves out of the way, like anticipating that. And just as you're shocked by that, it just turns around and shoots at you, throws you on the ground, or, you know, makes you fall to the ground. It is, and I mean, you don't have to, actually, yeah, here's what I'll do. You're not going to get a condition, but I do want you to take a powerful blow.
Oh my god.
So, as it kind of just point blank shoots at you as you're on the ground after you just fell. So, how you do that is roll 2 dice again and add the amount of conditions you have, which will be 0. Also, you want to
What'd you roll?
high, I think.
You want to roll low.
No, you want to roll low. Yeah, just the
You roll the
opposite.
9.
So, it's not great. So,
It's not the worst.
you get to choose one of those 3 options on take a powerful blow at the top there.
This is so much better though. If you just imagine it's like a little tiny cannon.
I'm pretty sure I would
Like,
struggle
falling
past
around,
the pain.
it's
What's that?
I'm pretty sure I would struggle past the pain because I'm too prideful. So I'd rather mark 2 insecurities.
Jesus.
Well, yes, you're on the top tier though, so you have to. If you want to do that, you
9.
can pick that. Oh, you're a 9. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
chill. My
I
God.
thought it was the worst possible.
He was
you're right.
going for it. He was like,
Yeah, go for it.
he's like, she's gonna have to get destroyed.
So I'm angry
That's good.
and hopeless.
Yikes.
And I think it gets even worse because
No.
the kind of professor comes over the intercom thing, and he says, "Angel, what are you doing in there? You can't directly attack it like that. These are made of metal. We've constructed this perfect engineering. You're going to have to use some sort of weapon or something like that. We've trained for this. You should know this by now."
Should have gone with the feather plan.
I know.
The
Next
plan was
time.
good.
I'm just gonna stuff my feathers in the cannon,
Operation Dusto, we
and
called
then
it.
it'll blow itself up. I've seen that in
And-
movies.
Another important thing to remember is, being teenagers, all adults have influence over you.
Am I insecure now too?
Yeah, you pick 2 of those things. You can pick whatever you want.
Charity
Well,
did.
yeah, but I feel like his words would make me really insecure. Be like, I
Nope,
don't care about what you say, but I care so much.
they're going to do a different thing.
Oh,
They're going to
Shift your labels.
shift your labels. So he's telling you who you are and how the world works. So I think what he's trying to do is
up your mundane and lower your superior.
definitely lower your superior. I think he wants to maybe raise your freak.
You started. Oh, I thought that was 3 for a second.
So your option is either to accept that chastisement or try and reject what he just said about you.
I probably could reject. What is that?
Maybe what was you making a
You'll
roll?
have to roll, and then that's in the middle of this.
If you mess up the roll,
But-
then
yeah,
you
well,
get
I mean-
really fucked up.
Yeah, well, just based on what you know of the character so far, and you're making most of him up, what do you think he would do? Kind of accept that, or do something crazy?
No. I think I'd be like, no, I'm not horrible. I'm the best. Get out of here.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I think you're rolling straight.
God damn it.
What is that?
A
It was
7?
7. Oh, that's good. You did it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, so you get to choose one of the 3 options, which are clear condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong, shift 1 label up and 1 down,
would-
or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
I would
Just
like
like
to
the nuclear option. Fuck you, Professor.
clear hopeless and take action. Okay?
Yeah, so you have to prove him wrong, what he just said.
Immediately.
Do I have weapons?
No, which to
Oh no
prove
no
him
no!
wrong.
Now I have to not use weapons.
Exactly. You gotta immediately not use weapons and kick the shit out of that little wall cannon.
I
Kick
hate
it.
the weapons.
Karate. Except don't do that, because
Yeah,
that's
we-
ridiculous. We trained for months
Yeah, this is a
to
comic
wield
book. You're good.
weapons. No, this
Well, I
is.
want to do like a
This
flying
is
kick.
Cyclops.
But
talking.
what if you just grabbed it and then just used the force of your wings to just pull it off of the thing?
That's super
Sounds
fucking
great.
cool.
Does it have a reload? Like, does it have to be like charged up?
This is comic book technology.
You just
It probably
do your thing.
does.
It's
does
like-
You do your
plugged in.
thing. It does its thing. Who knows?
you tell me. It doesn't matter. If you have an
I want
idea,
to
go for
like
it.
yank it out of the wall and like just disconnect something,
Yeah, I mean, you can just yank it out of the wall. Theoretically,
or just
it'd be
yank
good.
it completely out of the wall
Yeah.
and throw it on the ground. Yeah, because that's what I think of his opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds great to me. That's definitely worth a roll. I think you are.
Wait, so are you grabbing and then using your wings? Or you're just like using your brute strength?
Well, I have to use my wings to like pull. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
this
going
is,
to unleash your powers.
this is close to that, but
Okay.
it'll go either way. Kind of like taking something from them, but I could also see overcoming an obstacle. I'll let you
I
do
just
since
think
you
it's-
just did engage. I'm fine with
Yeah, I
that.
think it's unleash your powers because she's like the major impetus of it is her
8.
wings.
Yeah, I think that's fine. In that case, it's a marking condition, or let me tell you how it's unstable or temporary.
Oh, yeah. Unleash your powers.
And another one, just like it just comes up. So if I mark a condition, it stays that way?
Yeah, marked conditions stay marked forever.
No, like
Oh, no.
the thing in the wall.
Yeah, that
dead.
obstacle would be
Definitely.
overcome. Yeah.
I guess I'll just do that. I'll pick guilty because I just killed something that we're supposed to use practice. No?
Yeah, sure.
Do you?
That's fine. Cool. So yeah, you just ripped this out. What does that look like?
So I fly up. I'm thinking that it's like higher up on the wall.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
it's not like I
I
just
said this
could
was like
walk
3
over.
stories tall. this
Exactly.
room, so
So I'm thinking it's like 2 stories up.
sure.
And so I fly up there, grab it just with my bare hands. Am I wearing gloves? I'm wearing gloves with my gloved hands. And then I fly away from the wall. Like, whoosh, and like all the wires and shit comes out.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and this thing's completely destroyed. Like the arm that's in the wall still is with no gun attached to it is just like just ineffectually doing nothing.
And then I throw it to the ground.
Yeah, it smashes into a million pieces.
Yep.
Awesome.
And yeah, I think now you hear that buzzsaw noise again, and just one of them just goes shot out of the wall, just right at Hank McCoy, the Beast.
No.
What do you do?
Barely evade the sword of Damocles. I think he like flips up, and he's gonna try to he's gonna flip up, and so it's a buzzsaw like on an arm, or it's like a spinning disc.
So it was like a disc that they shot at you.
Okay.
The wall.
The
I
wall
think
shot.
so. It spits out. I imagine like a big circular saw blade that spits out, and it's like.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
like
think,
hula hoop sized.
yeah, I think he jumps back to get out of the way of the thing. But what he's going to try to do is when the flat part is there, he's going to kick it to bash it at some other thing that's dangerous.
Oh, interesting. I think that
Aren't there 2 buzzsaws now?
yeah, there's a few in the wall, but only one launched out.
So can you throw it back into the wall and like stop all the other ones from coming out?
With the current trajectory, I don't think that's possible.
Oh, there's like more of these arm guns and stuff coming out now. There's like little trapdoors opening with all kinds of awful things in them.
I think the smartest way
And this is the
forward-
music that's playing.
Yep.
This
Exactly.
Calliope sound.
Yeah, I think that could be a directly engaged threat.
It happens once in a while. Taking around.
Is that what I'm doing?
Not at fucking 8 at night though.
I think so. Do you have another thing in mind?
I kind of thought I'd be.
Unleashing your powers?
I kind of thought it was that, but I'm fine with it being a danger thing. Whichever one you think is more appropriate. Directly engage it.
Yeah, what's the ultimate goal? Is to stop something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's an unleash then.
Okay. Yeah, because he's not like engaging the threat of this thing. He's trying to then use it to get out of the way and use his crazy animal-like reflexes to do this.
Yeah.
Does that involve
That's more than 10.
Yeah, great.
All right.
In that case, you just do it.
Yeah.
So
So
what's
I
that look like?
yeah, I think he yells the sword of Damocles and hops back, and he like leaps back like this, like arching his back backwards, and he lands on his hands. And then springs forward again and kind of drop kicks this thing forward, and it goes and it smashes into one of the other like gun arms.
Yeah.
And it like cuts it in half or something like that.
Beautiful.
And he was like, right along the x-axis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say as many smart things as I know.
Perfect. What's Cyclops doing during all this?
I'm definitely looking to see who's in the most danger. And I currently think it's Iceman.
Well, I mean, that could be an assessed situation.
Yeah. Someone help him out.
So in that case, you're rolling superior.
Makes sense.
Looks pretty good from here.
Well, it's a 6. That's pretty close.
Not bad. You get a potential though. You're learning.
It's true.
I think the only way out of this is to like break the glass and press the stop button.
Kill Professor Xavier.
Yep, there you go. That's
I
the
was gonna say it,
solution.
but-
Murder him for making child slaves.
So yeah, I think. So yeah, what does this look like as you're kind of trying to look over the battlefield and figure stuff out? Like, what does that look like in a panel? Or are you just like, or what?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, like a dude like just standing up like looking around. I don't know how else you
He
would
just
draw
gets
that.
dumbstruck.
Yeah. Okay. So I think as you're doing that, Jean cries out and she's like, Scott! And just the last second, you just hear one of those buzzsaws behind you, and as you flip around, like turn around real fast, you see that maybe you don't see it, but everyone else at least sees that she just used her telekinesis to throw herself in front of this buzzsaw that was about to just go in the back of your Cyclops head. I don't know if that's a thing, but.
Do I not have a head?
Yeah, you don't have a head.
Yeah.
Just the one. It's like a Cyclops.
Yeah, in this reboot, you just have an eye in the middle of your chest and no head. You're just a trunk. That's all.
Yeah, and I think it turns pink for a minute, and it turns like perpendicular, so the buzzsaw spikes aren't flying at her. But as she jumps in the way, it just like hits her like directly into the head, and she just is knocked out.
Jesus. Harsh.
And she makes the Jean Grey 1990s cartoon sex noise of like, oh.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The whole rest of the scene, she's just noise in the background.
That's all you hear.
Yeah. What do you do?
Well, I definitely like jump over to like be over her and defend her, and I don't know, be like
another
overall protective at this point.
I think another buzzsaw thing just like launches right at you.
So I'd probably like use my laser vision to explode it.
Are you? So I mean, you said you were defending her. That sounds like the best option.
All right, yeah.
So roll savior.
Well, what do you know? It's the thing I best. Who'd have thought?
Oof.
It's a 6.
Building up a lot of experience
That's
here.
a 6? Oh well, hold on.
6.
Because now that everyone's missed 17 times, I will tell you how team works. Is if you want to describe how you're helping a teammate, you can take a point from the pool and add it to their roll. So
Definitely
if anyone wants to describe how they would help Cyclops shoot this buzzsaw, head it right toward Jean Grey theoretically, and feel free and use one of those, and it will pump it up to a 6 or a 7 rather.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Chill.
Let's hear it.
So,
to a 6. So
He's
that's
trying
17?
to. Yeah, I actually need it for
So it's a 6 right now?
Awesome.
it's a 6 right now.
Okay.
So he's standing here and like trying to use his little. Well, actually, he's the skinny one. I'm the bigger
Yeah,
one.
it's slim.
So he's the trying to laser this thing like
Yeah.
this, and he like can't really get a good like thing because his
Oh,
laser
sure.
is like psh, psh, you know.
Good point.
He's really bad at depth perception.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta
That's true.
kick it and like make it go this way so he can hit it better.
Okay.
It's on.
Oh, so it's kind of similar to what Jean was doing, right? Just
Yeah.
trying to tilt it to give it more surface area.
She hit it with her head though, and I'm gonna hit it with my foot.
That
because
does sound
that's
better. That does sound better.
It's gonna work out for me in the long run.
I love it. So yeah, with spending that team pool point from the pool, it bumps it up to 7. So what happens on a 7 when you defend?
You defend on a 7, you get. It costs you expose yourself to danger, escalate the situation. Wait.
Which do you want?
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to pick?
You can pick.
Thanks. Oh, you get to pick one of those things, though.
Do you like how this is written is really bad written. Oh, okay, never mind. I see it. I see what it says. Choose one. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's just like one little thing. The rest of them, it's like the main point of it, but it's in the middle of the paragraph, unlike the rest of them. Probably add a team to the pool.
All right, it's back.
It's bad. Get that team
Yeah, I think. So you expose yourself to danger. Yeah, I think you get hurt a little too. I think just as you fire at this thing, it just breaks into shards and it like, cuts you up. But
Oh, harsh.
I don't think that would add a condition. Though.
Okay.
You just have fictional
Bunch
blood.
of face, disgusting face shards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then as that.
Disgusting Cyclops.
Your face is ripped apart by shrapnel.
Isn't it?
But it doesn't
lucky?
hurt you.
It doesn't
You're
hurt. You'll be
alright.
fine.
Yeah, and I think. Oh, maybe
Just a
you
little
like
bit of mane.
put your hand up like this to kind of block it, and then just kind of like fall over. Kind of you're on the ground, and that's when kind of almost like an air conditioning turning off. You know. I wish. Like boom.
Are you cold?
No, not really. I'm cold when I sit there, but this is great. But it kind of shuts down, and the windows they turn clear again up in Professor X's thing, and it's just what do you say? Just like, oh, this was not. This did not do any. Oh no! He's just kind of.
Well, smooth my scalp, he says.
There you go.
No, wait, that's not him.
And he's just like, this scenario's over. I see that we're not ready for this kind of training. And I think we go to like some time later as everyone's looking over Jean Grey in a bed. She's still not woken up.
Oh no.
And Professor X is there in his wheelchair. And he kind of is looking on with the rest of you.
There's a big like get well card up there that everybody's like signed, and everybody has like a sentence or two, and then Hank has like a really long piece of poetry that he put in there.
Just like a Yeats book under.
Just probably
Your recovery.
Trying to woo her?
What?
Are we all trying to woo her?
That is kind of the story of X-Men.
Yeah,
is
basically.
everyone's trying to bang this one lady, and there's a bald guy who's just like
Also trying to
keeping
bang
all
her.
these children, and like
He's also trying to bang her. Don't read
She's
those
not
over.
that great.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of over this her bed here, and he kind of looks at everyone and just kind of like, maybe let's give her some time to rest. I need to talk to everyone outside. It's just kind of in another room. How comic books work. That took 5 minutes to get here, but now you're in like a study or his study maybe or something. He's behind a desk. He's like, well, I will say I'm very disappointed in all of you. I'm also not happy with myself. I guess Hank will have to rework some of those mechanisms. I guess you weren't ready for this. None of you. I feel like I failed you more than you failed me.
I feel that way too.
But Professor, how are we supposed to be prepared for a danger when we don't know it's coming?
I think well, that's how life is, Bobby. Fortunately, I was hoping this would help make it easier to deal with unknown situations, but
the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune indeed.
but
Yeah, whatever Hank said.
Whatever else is.
but I do think after seeing this, I'm forced to say that the X-Men, we must are grounded for now. There are no more missions until we're able to complete the danger room scenario at least, and until Jean wakes back up and is with us again.
Cool. I hope you give us plenty of homework to fill up the rest of the time.
I'm gonna elbow you right in the ribs.
I rolled my eyes deeply when I said it.
Well, I will be.
Still was it?
I do have my own my old Ditto machine that I'll be making copies of worksheets and things for everybody. That was a 90s teacher joke for everybody.
Well, as leader of the study group, I'm more than willing to step up. Perhaps we should meet a third time in the week. I do think that only twice a week perhaps is us allowing our studies to go lax.
Great. I'll just cancel my last video games night.
And I think the professor says, Scott, I feel that as team leader, I wish that maybe next time next danger room scenario, you'll keep more assess of the situation going on, and you'll understand what's going on. I feel
Harsh man.
I was hoping that even the practice scenarios everyone would be able to get through. In fact, I'm trying to shift your labels here. You'll take them. I believe I'm hoping that you'll see that Superior is going down and Savior is going up.
Why doesn't he just mind control the labels?
That's a good point.
What? Why would that happen?
Because he's a telepath with vast power.
My superior got down to my savior. He said, didn't you just say I need to assess the situation more?
Yeah, he's hoping that he's trying to tell you.
That's the opposite of those label shifts.
Is it?
Superior is assess the situation.
Oh no, he's saying that you should be more superior. He's disappointed that you weren't.
That is the opposite of what you said, but yeah, sure.
Oh.
You said superior down, savior up, I thought. Right?
Oh, possibly. I said it.
Stenographer, read that back to us.
Can you read it back to us, stenographer? I just need to know. Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I'm trying to say that he wants you to look around better, and he's disappointed because you weren't able to save Jean.
Also disappointed.
Do you accept that?
Yes.
I mean, you're out of the running.
Shift it.
For what?
Eugene.
And then I think
I don't think
How
so.
it goes.
I don't think that's how it goes.
and that's
Who jumped in front of a soft lady to save her?
whoa, do this in character. This is way better.
Not in front of the
Unconscious guys, maybe we
professor.
should just look out for each other.
Is she saying this in front of the professor?
No, I think the professor after that just kind of looks down and
Or just like wheels in?
just wheels away, and then this might be like days later. If you guys want to talk to each other in this study, that's fine too.
You want to be shitty?
I think that Hank is like in that conversation. Hank was taking notes, and on a day-to-day basis, he just wears khakis and like one of those almost Doug Funny like sweater vest kind of things, like a prep school kid might wear, and like a
Did you
shirt.
not change back into like a human form?
I think since this is so early in his being
Oh my
beast,
God.
he also shaves all of his hair every day. And
Oh God!
yeah.
Oh, that is
so he
horrifying.
shaves all of the hair every morning.
Does he get like smooth, or does he got like weird
No, he has.
wrinkles?
Well, the hair grows back super fast.
That's
So like by
always a stubble.
midday, he has like a crazy like serious like 5 o'clock shadow of blue fur.
That is
But
the
so
worst
this
I've
is
ever
Basically,
in my life.
Nightcrawler then.
So this is an early morning meeting. So Hank just looks like a weird
Like
hairless
bald
ape
baby.
to a certain degree.
A human.
Yeah, a human, if you will. He looks like a human, but he just looks like a real
I feel like
big,
he wouldn't. I think
burly
that'd be really
dude.
weird.
The forehead with stubble is a little weird.
Yeah, but he's covered in stubble. And but he's wearing like a long sleeve, like button up shirt, and
Just stubble on the back of the hand.
yeah, he does have stubble on the back of his hands, which periodically he'll scratch at. But he's like, well, I know many. Well, yes, I know that many a team coach has had their team benefit from reviewing the tapes, perhaps. And he holds up like a tape or a DVD recording, like or just
Definitely USB.
or he'll like.
Right, this is 2018.
Yeah, he'll get the pointer to a thing to like play a file of what we were of what we had, but he doesn't do it yet. He's like kind of like saying, "Is this something we want to do?"
Yeah, I want to watch.
Sorry, I'm late. I spent 5 minutes cleaning all the blue hair out of the drain again.
And that's part 1 of X-Men Masks. Hope you show up next time for some awkward teen crushes and some powerful, crushing hands of the Juggernaut. This American Dice was created by Austin and me. My name's David. I edited this episode too. Game Masks was created by Branden Conway and put out by Magpie Games. That song you heard was King Louie's Missing Monuments, and that song was called Superhero. I'll see you next time, true believers.
Anybody but Cyclops. Still.
What's so bad about Cyclops?
He only has one eye. He only has one eye.
It's an issue. No depth perception. How do you
Yeah, no
stuff
depth
like
perception.
that?
Try driving.